Do you think that back then when you were playing, were there mental health issues in the world of cricket which kind of went unnoticed? Like we had a Marcus Trescothick, or we have Glenn Maxwell now, who came out and spoke about it. But did it happen back then?
There probably was, and those players just went by the wayside. And it is, there are players out there that obviously need help, and they identify it pretty quickly these days, provide the help. But mental strength is one of those things you need to be an international sports person.
100%.
If you have performance anxiety, that's every sports person's has to deal with that if they're going to reach the top. Those things, you need to have mental strength to get to the top. So it's a balance between, okay, what's mental health problem and what's just part and parcel with being mentally strong in that field. So that's a balance which I think we need to work out. But it's good to see that things are in place now for people that need that. The help's there. When I was growing up, it was just harden up and move on. Suck it up and get on with things. So don't whinge, don't complain. The people that did, they didn't play for Australia.
100%.
Simple as that.
I completely felt that, like from you. I believe in the same thing, but as a social media influencer, I can't give out that advice often because people are like, hey, you don't understand us. Like, as in, there's a lot of people dealing with their own issues in the
there is, and it's not a lot of people. I think it's everybody.
Yeah.
I've had to deal with a lot of issues. Just within myself. When my wife passed away, being a father, but being a husband, there's a lot of issues that you have to deal with on a daily basis. And to be number one in the world in whatever you choose to do, you have to win that battle every day to stay there. So that's, it's part of life sometimes too.
Yeah, I remember the phase, I think it was right after the 2003 World Cup, where you actually took a break from cricket to be with your wife back then. Do you think about that phase a lot?
Oh, yeah. There was, having the McGraw Foundation is something that I look at as a positive. Back then in 2003, we just came back from the World Cup. We'd had a win. We'd gone through the tournament undefeated, which was nice considering I made the prediction before the tournament that we wouldn't lose a game, and the journos thought I was mad. So we're on a bit of a high, and then come home, and then my wife discovered that she had secondaries, and it sort of turned things upside down again. But it was amazing because we then had a breast care nurse that we didn't have when she was first diagnosed, and the difference that made in our lives, but especially Jane's, was incredible. And now that has given the McGraw Foundation so much direction to see what we're achieving and the amount of people that's helping because of that moment. And I think back to the dark times in my life going through that, and when Jane passed away, the positives in a roundabout way that have come out of that have helped so many other people. So it doesn't matter what happens in life. The sun comes up the next day, you got to pick yourself up and carry on. And it's the people in your life that allow you to do that. So in that respect, I feel I've been a very lucky person.
Yeah.